Hey there, Edward here, and welcome to another AT episode. This episode will be setting up Face ID on iPhone using voiceover. So previously on previous devices we had Touch ID on iPhone 6, 6 Plus, 6S, 7, 8, 8 Plus. These have Touch ID, but now on iPhone 10, 11, 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, 10R, 10S, 10S Max, these have Face ID. And now that I have 11 model, I can demonstrate how to set up Face ID. So it's pretty simple, nothing really that hard, except I'll be going into a little bit more detail when we go into the settings of Face ID, because they do look a bit different than the settings for Touch ID. So let's get started.
Selected. Screen recording button. Double tap and hold to show more controls. Actions available. Settings. Face ID and passcode. Heading.
Okay, so I actually have already entered my passcode before starting this video, so the screen is already active. So the options we have:
Use Face ID 4. Heading.
use Face ID 4,
iPhone unlock on. Double tap to toggle
iPhone
setting.
unlock, that's on, similar to Touch ID,
iTunes and App Store on.
iTunes
Double tap to
and
toggle
App
setting.
Store,
Apple Pay on.
Apple
Double tap to toggle
Pay,
setting. Password autofill on. Double tap to
password
toggle setting.
autofill,
Other apps. One app button.
and other apps, which I've got one app. So
iPhone can recognize the unique three-dimensional features of your face to allow secure access to apps and payments. About Face ID and privacy. Link. Double tap to activate embedded link. Double tap to toggle link.
okay, if you guys can't understand it, I can slow it down. But basically what it says:
iPhone can recognize the unique three-dimensional features of your face to allow secure access to apps and payments. About Face ID and privacy. Link.
iPhone can recognize the unique 3 apps or features to access payments. And then about Face ID and privacy. So I'll slow down the voiceover for you guys in case you can't understand this.
Links, characters, words, speaking rate, 80%, 50%.
Because you would need to understand
Words, characters,
the process of setting up.
Word characters. Set up an alternative appearance button. In addition to continuously learning how you look, Face ID can recognize an alternative appearance.
So that's pretty self-explanatory, and you can set up alternative appearance just like you can set up multiple Touch IDs on the other iPhones. So if you have attention turned on, which I'll be going through in a second, this option will allow you to set up a different face to unlock your phone as well if you want to.
Reset Face ID button.
And then we've got the Reset Face ID.
Attention heading.
And here's the interesting feature.
Require attention for Face ID on.
So require
Double
attention
tap
for
to
Face
toggle
ID.
setting.
By default, when you turn on voiceover, it will shut off automatically because we're voiceover users. But personally, I prefer this to have turned on, because basically what that means, it will require you to look at iPhone when unlocking. So I prefer this to have turned on because I don't want somebody pointing the phone at my face and then have the access. I have to actually, in addition to that, I have to look at the camera for them to unlock my phone.
True depth camera will provide an additional level of security by verifying that you are looking at iPhone before unlocking. Some sunglasses may block attention detection.
So that's what I've just explained. And if I'm wearing sunglasses, it is 100% secure because nobody will unlock my phone if I'm wearing sunglasses as well.
Attention-aware features on. iPhone will check for attention before dimming the display, expanding a notification when locked or lowering the volume of some alerts.
So that's pretty self-explanatory. If you're looking at iPhone, it won't dim the display, which I actually do, especially when I'm playing the game or something like that and I have the low power mode on. I don't want my phone to automatically lock, so I'm actually looking at the screen all the time when I'm not using any gestures in the game, which are the moments. Sometimes I look at the iPhone to make sure that it won't dim on me.
Turn passcode off button.
And then turn passcode off. So
Change pass. Require voice dial. Music voice control is always enabled. In addition, reset Face ID button.
Now we've got the Reset Face ID button, so I'm gonna choose that.
Selected. Reset. True depth camera will provide an additional level of security by verifying attention-aware features on. Require setup. iPhone can recognize the unique 3 password autofill, Apple Pay or iTunes and iPhone. Use Face ID 4. iPhone unlock off. Double tap to toggle
Okay,
settings.
so now because we've chose the reset Face ID, that automatically set it to off.
On. Cancel button. Animation of a head gently moving in an outward facing circle.
So now that I've toggled this back on, it brings me to the setup screen.
How to set up Face ID. First, position your face in the camera frame. Then move your head in a circle to show all the angles of your face.
So it's pretty simple explanation. Position your face in the camera frame, then move your head in a circle to show all the angles of your face.
Get started button.
So I'm gonna get started.
Get started. Cancel button.
And now I have to position
Hold
my
the device
face.
in front of your face at a distance of 25 to 50 centimeters. Head positioned correctly. Starting first scan. 12% head positioned correctly. Starting first scan. Head positioned correctly. Starting first scan. 75% completed. Head positioned correctly. Starting first scan. 88%. Head positioned correctly. Starting first scan. Head positioned correctly. Starting first scan. Tilt your head down. 100%
So it
completed.
gives me guidance how to set up actually what to do. So as you heard, it said tilt your head down. I was moving my head in the circle to be
First scan completed.
shown all the angles of my face. So I'm gonna
First face continue button.
set up the second scan, so hit continue.
Continue. Accessibility options button. 38. 75% complete. 100% second Face ID scan. Face ID is now set up.
Okay, so it's pretty scanned me pretty quickly.
Done button. Alert. Face ID and voiceover. Face ID has been set up to verify your identity but not require that you look at iPhone to authenticate. This
Now-
can be changed in Face ID and passcode settings.
It automatically set it to off, but I'm gonna turn it back on.
OK button. iPhone unlock setup and in addition other password Apple iPhone use Face ID setting app other set in addition reset attention require attention for Face ID on
And now it's turned back on. So that's how you set up
settings
Face ID
back button.
using VoiceOver on the iPhone 11. Thanks for watching.
Control set torch low power torch selected screen.